The rain hammered against the windows of my office, a relentless rhythm mirroring the ache in my ribs. Another night, another case, another layer of crime coating the already tarnished soul of this city. Lila Monroe's photo sat on my desk, the one with the scribbled note not hers. I'm pretty sure she had something to do with her husband's disappearance, and I needed more than a hunch. The collector, that was the key. Arthur Monroe, Lila's late husband, was his man, a conduit for his acquisitions. Unique, he's called them. Stolen, I figured. And Lila, the grieving widow, was playing a dangerous game. My phone buzzed. It was Seldom Marco, foreman down at the docks. "Jack, I got something you might want to see. Meet me at Pier 12. And come alone." He always sounded nervous, like a rat cornered in a trap. Pier 12 was a graveyard of forgotten dreams. The smell of salt and decay hung thick in the air. Sal was waiting, huddled under a dripping awning. He looked even more agitated than usual. "I found something they missed," he whispered, glancing over his shoulder. "Something Arthur was expecting." He led me to a secluded section of the pier, to a dilapidated warehouse that wasn't on any of the official maps. The door was ajar, revealing a sliver of darkness within. Arthur was supposed to meet someone here a few nights back. The collector's man, Bruno, was here too. They weren't happy when Arthur wasn't there. Inside, the warehouse was a chaotic jumble of crates and tarpaulins. A single bare bulb cast long, distorted shadows. In the center of the room, a crate had been pried open. Inside, nestled among the straw packing, were the statuettes. Egyptian, ancient, stolen. I recognized them from the reports Lila had shown me. Statues of Bastet, the cat goddess, gleaming in the dim light. He was bringing them here to hand over to the collector, Sal said, his voice trembling. Said it was a big payday. Suddenly, a shadow fell across the doorway. Bruno, bigger than I remembered, his face a mask of cold menace. "Harding," he growled, "the collector isn't pleased you're poking around." My ribs protested as I straightened, the pain a constant reminder of our last encounter. "Just doing my job, Bruno. This isn't your business." He took a step forward, and two more hulking figures appeared behind him. I knew I was outnumbered. "Then let me go." Bruno laughed, a harsh, unpleasant sound. "You're interfering, Harding. That's a mistake." The fight was quick and brutal. Bruno was relentless, each blow sending jolts of agony through my body. I managed to land a few punches, but he shrugged them off like they were nothing. The two others moved in, and soon I was on the ground, staring up at the warehouse rafters. Just as I thought I was done for, a piercing scream ripped through the air. A figure emerged from the shadows, a flash of crimson against the gloom. Lila Monroe. She wielded a crowbar with surprising efficiency, smashing it into the head of one of Bruno's goons. The other two hesitated, their eyes wide with shock. Bruno, momentarily distracted, stumbled back. "Get out of here, Harding!" Lila yelled, her voice surprisingly forceful. I didn't need to be told twice. I scrambled to my feet, ignoring the throbbing in my ribs, and bolted out of the warehouse into the rain-swept night. Back in my office, I stared at the photograph of Lila. Not hers, the note read, but who did they belong to? What was she hiding? The phone buzzed again. This time, it was a number I didn't recognize. "Harding," a voice said, smooth and cold. "You're getting too close. Step away from the Monroe case. For your own good." The collector. He's finally talking. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice tight with suppressed anger. "Let's just say I'm a friend of Arthur's, and a protector of certain artifacts." The line went dead. I looked back at the photo of Lila. The rain continued to beat against the windows, a relentless soundtrack to a deadly game. I knew I was caught in something bigger than I could have imagined, but I wasn't about to back down. Not now, not ever. There were answers out there, buried beneath layers of lies and deception, and I was going to find them, no matter the cost. A knock on the door made me jump. Standing in the doorway was a woman I didn't recognize. She was tall and slender, with dark hair pulled back in a severe bun. She wore a tailored suit, and carried a leather briefcase. "Mr. Harding?" she asked, her voice crisp and professional. "My name is Eleanor Vance. I'm an attorney representing a client who wishes to speak with you." "I'm busy," I said, gesturing to the mass on my desk. "This is a matter of some urgency," she insisted. "It concerns the Monroe case." I sighed. It seemed like I couldn't catch a break. "All right," I said. "Bring him in." Eleanor Vance ushered a man into the office. He was older, with tired eyes and a haunted expression. He looked like he hadn't slept in days. "Mr. Harding," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "My name is Samuel Croft. I was Arthur Monroe's accountant." "What do you want?" I asked, my patience wearing thin. "I have information about Arthur's dealings," Samuel said. "Information that could help you understand what was really going on." "I'm listening," I said, bracing myself for another twist in this increasingly convoluted case. "Arthur was working alone," Samuel said. "He had a partner, a woman, someone even closer to the collector than he was." Who? I pressed. Samuel hesitated, his eyes darting nervously around the room. Her name is Isabella Rossi, he finally said. She's the collector's niece. Isabella Rossi. The name sent a chill down my spine. I had a feeling this case was about to get a whole lot more complicated, and I had a feeling that I was walking right into a trap.